Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Diagnostic Train. And as usual, this is Mitch at Diagnostic North. And let me tell you about the little predicament that we're in today.
They got me the wrong line.
So it looks like we've got the wrong parts. We troubleshot it perfectly, we'll get to that in a sec, but I got it wrong on the parts. Currently plugged in, and we're showing a fault code for the SCR line heater number 2 circuit failed open. And it turns out that we got the def line that's plugged into the number 1 heater circuit. But we wanted to order the line that's plugged into the number 2 circuit. So how does that work? So we found a little diagram to help explain things a little better. So this is the number 1 line. This is the line that we got when we tried to order number 2. This is the def pump supply line. And this line right here is our number 2 line. This is our def tank return line. And this is the line that we got when we asked for number 2. But it turns out it wasn't right for our application. So after talking to the parts department one more time trying to figure out who ordered the wrong parts, it turns out that it was my fault. Well, technically, it was the guy who worked on this before me's fault, but I'll take the blame this time, buddy. I'll cover you. It's all good. So I'd like to show you how we came to that conclusion. Now, after having a quick visual underneath the truck, we noticed that somebody had previously done a repair. And it looks like we have a previous repair. There's a little bit of electrical tape here. Let's take this off and have a look. Oh, it's just twisted together. Interesting. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely played in here before, because normally there's a little red locking tab. Slides in through the side here. Somebody was under here having too much fun with their little side cutters and decided to cut the wire right out of the plug. How about we take this line off and see if we can't fix it, and we'll also do some testing as well.
So we're just going to be doing a quick resistance check on this number 1 def line. This is the one that number 2 is currently plugged into, and we're just going to check resistance. So because we got a broken wire on the other pin, we're going to be testing resistance just on this little straggler wire. Kind of hard to do with 2 hands, but we're showing an infinite amount of resistance, so that means that this heat trace is no good. Now I want to use this wrong def line that we ordered to show proof of concept how much resistance you're supposed to have. So we're probed in to our number 2 def line, and we're showing just under 17 ohms. So that's how you tell the difference between a good def line heater and a bad def line heater. Even though it may not leak, the ECM detects that there's an open circuit on that heat trace and puts you into lit mode.
Now that you guys are all up to speed, we can jump right in now and watch me fix some broken connectors and finish this job. And if you watch to the end, how to fix a broken def line heater. Okay, so we managed to de-pin the one wire that wasn't broken so that we can bring this up over onto the bench, and the idea is we're going to be disassembling this and remove this pin and solder a new wire to it so that it's back to factory connections rather than having twisted wires together. We're just going to fix this one so that we can actually continue on with our troubleshooting. What we'll actually do for proof of concept is we'll plug this in to our brand new def line. So while you watch me do some soldering, I think it's as good as any other opportunity to boost my Discord server, Mitch's Diesel Group. I'll post a link down in the comments below. This is a place where I've uploaded manual tidbits and actual full manuals for all sorts of different application. I use it as a quick reference, especially for having things all in one place. You're welcome to share some of your own stuff, or you can ask mechanic related questions. We've actually helped guys fix their electrical issues on these channels. Get trucks up and going again. Isn't that what it's all about? Perfect. So now we just need to solder this other end underneath the truck, and we're going to have a working OEM connector again. Locking tab goes there. Beautiful. It's going to work out really nice. So we're about ready to test our theory. So we have our wire repaired back to the OEM connector, and what we're going to do is just physically plug in the wrong line that we ordered into this connector. Okay, and we're gonna go do a fault scan. Did you hit record? Ah, shoot. Guys are sleeping on the job again. It's all good though, because all these codes changed to inactive. And if you guys are paying attention now, you just laid your eyes on the def line that we originally needed. Number 1 def line. All right, so I have the luxury of having some of these quick connects. Being in the trade for so long, you kind of pick stuff up, especially on older components that you've replaced. And I've made myself this little joiner, and what this is going to do is going to allow me to install this into this end, and then under the truck here, we're going to install our quick connect directly into this connector, and that's going to pull our hose down for us. We won't have to run a fish tape or try to fish it up. We're always one person. I'm always alone, so I mean, little tricks that'll help you, and this will do just fine. So one thing I didn't show you guys is we returned the def lines back to their original positions. Number 2 def line is plugged into number 2 supply, and number 1 def line is plugged back into number 1 supply. Cleared themselves. It went from active to inactive. So our SCR line heater number 2 failed open is now gone. All right, 4355 mode 5 has plagued us for only so long. We've got this one figured out. Now that we have the old def line removed from the truck, it's time to do an inspection on it. I always do this every time I replace a component. I like to know why it failed and if we can fix it. And all this line is a pair of wires that run from one end of this line to the other. It's just a heat trace. There's actually a bubble there. I bet you that's where our heat trace is broken. Oh yeah, guaranteed there's a big old hole there. So for you truckers out there that are struggling with a broken def line, sometimes it helps just by taking it off, and we're going to show you how we can temporarily fix this. Get you going again. So we just cut back this little blue insulation here, this loom. We're going to look for an obvious rub mark. Right here. Here's our problem right here. Alright, little broken wire. And that's all it is. We want to make sure we have good contact, so that's why I'm using a file on this wire, because it was previously corroded, and otherwise the solder just will not stick. Sometimes this gets a little tricky. But all we need is a little dab. Let's get our little brush here, a little bit of flux, help our situation out. Oh no, we're running really low on solder. It's okay, we don't need much. Usually I like to dip it onto the tip of the torch, and with the flux it just kind of instantly locks it into place. And yeah, we got good connection there. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is just run some electrical tape over that. We're going to go plug that in. Oh, looks like we got to fix this one too. Somebody once upon a time wired it right direct. Like I said earlier in the video, they wired this line, this number 1 line, directly into the supply for number 2, which threw me even more for a loop because, you know, it was hardwired. That means I'd have to break this connection just to test a theory, and we ended up having to do that regardless. But we're going to fix this end so that we can just do a plug and play. She's mint. Alright. Plug this back in. We'll see if the fault code goes away. Alright, let's go check it out. I know it's blurry, you guys can't see, so you're going to have to take my word for it. But circuit number 2, SCR line heater number 2, is not active, so I think we got ourselves a fix. Double fix.